Some complimentary sounds for this cool electronic. Okay. Oh, the podcast has started. Shit. 1, fuck, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's time for celebrity theme song. Writing songs about celebrities. It's time for celebrity theme song. Writing songs about celebrities. Celebrities.
Hey! Welcome to another episode of Celebrity Theme Song with your boys here at Lewberger, Hughie Stonefish, Alex Lewis.
Hello.
And I'm Keith Habersberger.
We have a very special guest today.
We sure do.
Oh, he's so talented. He's so wonderful. He's our friend. He's your friend. His name is Drennon Davis.
Hey guys.
No.
Welcome to Celebrity Theme Song. Writing songs about celebrities.
Drennon Davis.
And DJ, yeah.
Yeah!
Not only did you show up ready to talk and create a song about a celebrity, you showed up with a whole little table full of fun toy tools.
And a DJ.
And you've got your own microphone.
Yeah, would you like
to
introduce DJ Yeah?
Oh yeah, I have a DJ. His name is DJ Yeah. He's just he's usually, I just bring him around in case my jokes suck. Which is quite often. But that's
what a blast.
Yeah. I brought a bunch of weird stuff. I brought this vocal thing. It's just it's so I can loop things, or I can if I want to like add some harmony.
That's so
Need us at all.
I know.
So you guys should get these, and then you don't have to hang out with each other anymore.
It sounds good.
That's what I was thinking, actually.
Yeah.
It's time to get rid of these two
Definitely
geezers.
Want that one.
It's a cool one.
That one looks fun. I'm very into those effects.
Yeah.
But for our audience, maybe our audience isn't familiar with you, Alex. You guys have been friends for a while.
Long time.
Give us some of his accolades.
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, yeah, we've been friends since probably about 2011, I'd say.
Like a
10
decade or
years.
something.
Yeah, something like that. We studied at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater together, and then, as two musical comedians in Los Angeles, we found each other and became friends and would play shows together. Drennon has done some really awesome stuff. He's had his own cartoons on MTV. Am I right about that?
Wow.
Yep. He was with us on Bring the Funny, actually.
Yeah. What a fun show.
He had a great time on that. He was. Were you a semifinalist or a finalist on Last Comic Standing?
Semifinalist.
Semifinalist on Last Comic Standing. He's got a fantastic special that. How do you watch it now? Because it was on.
I am putting clips up online, so you can just like. If you find me on TikTok or whatever, I put the stuff up. No one seems to be telling me to take it down, so that's how I'm doing it right now.
Excellent. And, he's got some really great stuff. He's been on Conan. He's amazing. Drennon Davis is very talented and amazing.
Yeah.
And so is DJ Yeah.
Yeah.
How's everything going? Let's catch up with you.
What's new?
Great.
We've heard about what you've done.
Yeah.
But what are you doing and what's going
Yeah.
And how are you emotionally?
Emotionally, I'm good. That's a great question.
Thank you.
It wasn't always good.
Sure.
The last couple of years. We don't need to talk about that too much, but it's been a lot better now. I got I'm working on some fun projects. I got real into puppets. I moved into this during the pandemic. I moved into one of Jim Henson's old warehouses.
Wow.
Where you first started.
That's cool. Moved in?
Yeah, it was
you live there?
It's really close to here, actually. It was one of his first studios that he used for he used to do a lot of commercials and stuff.
Yeah. And you live there?
I couldn't tour, so I was I just want to find a place where I can just shoot a bunch of crazy stuff.
That's so cool.
And it was too big. I lost my mind a little bit. Got some cats. They became internet famous, so now I'm trying to figure that whole thing.
What your
out.
cats are? Hold on. Who are your cats?
If you
I gotta look up these cats.
You're gonna love his cats. He dubs
I
over.
dub them saying things a lot.
What's the name of the cat page?
It's just my TikTok, Drennon Davis, and it's the only thing that people care about anymore.
I mean, it's a good thing. So, wow, look at these biscuit boys.
They're so cute, and he takes them on walks.
Oh yeah, yep.
You got some cute boys. You got two. I have
cats.
one that looks like your black and white cat, and mine's name is Alfred.
Oh, nice.
But I love a good orange cat.
Yeah.
I love a good yellow tabby.
Well, I researched cats for a long time, and I found out that orange boys particularly are like the most friendly. And I wanted to have cats that like didn't run away from people, basically.
Right.
So I just started like making
such
stupid
cute
things.
boys.
I feel
with them.
so lied to by Garfield now.
Right? Yeah, Garfield that's not really a personality that orange cats have.
No.
I just feel like with animals, I just don't want to think about or have to deal with the dick. And that's a big barrier of entry for me with male animals.
You don't really have
dick.
to
You
deal a
mean
lot
like-
with a cat's dick.
Really?
Let me tell you.
What's the situation?
It
there?
does. It will lipstick if it gets humpy.
No,
but
even
you're not
just
going to see it. I promise you.
You saying that brings me so much disgustion.
How was I supposed to describe?
I've never
I
seen my
appreciate
cat's
it. But I
dick.
brought it up.
I have never even seen a cat.
Yeah.
dick.
Okay.
Yeah, I've only
Yeah.
seen Alfred's dick.
Oh,
Here's
God.
why. Let me just
Why did I
explain.
bring this up?
He was neutered late, and that's a typical thing. If you neuter a cat late, they've already developed their humping, their sex drive, and they and they hump, and they can't learn not to hump.
Oh,
So, but you know, he doesn't. He isn't like, hey, Hughie, look over here. You're only gonna see it if you bother him. You know,
sexually.
mid-act.
My cat, I've never seen my cat's dick, not once. But I
No, just to be clear.
no.
Not even once.
No, but so he was having some problems because we were fostering kittens, and he
God.
started. It's really not that
Started
gross.
talking about his dick.
Started
all
having
the time.
peeing
Started
crystals.
jacking off.
Started peeing crystals.
Yeah, he started. He had pee crystals, so we had to figure that out, and we took him to the vet, and they said if he didn't stop having pee crystals, the only alternative option we had was to surgically remove his penis.
That's what I would prefer. That's what I would prefer.
Yeah.
I would never prefer that for anything.
Would you just have like a catheter in the whole?
no,
a
it just.
cat
It,
thirder?
oh, come on.
Oh,
Come
come
on.
on. Good.
No, but it would make his urethra big enough to
Just be
pass
God.
the
shit.
crystals.
God.
cool. I think that's cool. Science is cool. But anyway, trust me, cats aren't in the business of showing you their wiener like the way the dogs are.
Okay,
Definitely
respect.
not.
Cats are very private. They don't even like you to watch them poop.
No.
Right.
Like they typically cats like the door of their litter box to be facing a wall. I'm not even kidding. They
Yeah,
really
it's
are
true. It's
quite
true.
private creatures.
My cat sort of will stare at us while he's taking a dump.
That's funny.
This is the face he makes.
If you're only listening to this and not watching the video, Alex made a very concerned
yeah,
brow
it
furrowed.
was a poop face.
It was a poop face.
little
And
bit
you
of
probably
poop
made it
face.
yourself.
And he decided to look at me for whatever reason. But
You're the guest.
Yeah, you're the guest. You get all the attention. So you said you moved into Jim Henson's old warehouse.
yeah, I did it for about a year, and then I'm living in a house now.
Yeah.
In the most suburban area of LA, I feel like. But yeah, it was.
Hollywood.
No, it's in Gardena. But
Oh wow,
yeah, it's
that is suburban.
it's so suburban. Like, did you guys ever play Paperboy? It
Yeah.
feels
Oh,
like
yeah.
level 1 of Paperboy. There's like nobody out. Every once in a while you see a dog,
Well,
and that's about it.
that's nice.
Pristine yards. But yeah, this warehouse was. I just got real into my cats. I had so many extra studio rooms. I made an entire cat city
Wow.
that just like it's stupid.
That sounds amazing.
It's pretty amazing. And I think that's kind of what made them blow up on the internet.
Have you had to take them to any like pet conventions or anything yet?
No, and I won't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they would not enjoy that.
Paychecks
Sure.
start pouring.
Yeah, right. They wouldn't enjoy it, but you might.
Now,
True.
cats don't like crowds, typically. So you lived there. While you were there in the warehouse, I'm very interested in the warehouse
Yeah.
because it's like cool. Did you find there any treasures or trinkets of days past?
Well, it's been a lot of things since. So it was like before I moved in there, it was a whatchamacallit, prop house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
So
Storage
there was
house.
like a lot of weird stuff left behind. I found like bones.
No shit.
Like human bones?
Yeah, like all different kinds of bones. Bird
Rat
bones,
bones?
What?
animal bones, just weird shit. But yeah, there was a couple of puppets. I don't know if they were his because there was also a marionettist that was in there at one point
Whoa.
that like made so
And made haunted marionettes for you to
They're
Yeah.
all
be
haunted,
freaked-
right?
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, I
That's
mean
sort of part of
marionettes
it.
are kind of
Spooky.
the creepiest of the puppet world.
Hard to puppet them as well.
Yeah,
They're
seriously.
very challenging.
They are.
I did some puppet work in college, and I never got the hang of those.
No, me neither.
Tough.
No, my comedy special was at Bob Baker Marionette.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool.
And I had a bunch of marionettists, and it's so hard. And it's just I don't know how it must take years before they don't look creepy. You know. But yeah, I got real into puppets. I was doing like a lot of just short stuff for educational, and now I'm working with some Sesame Street people on some fun pitches and
Sick.
yeah, and then DJ Yaz like an actual DJ now, which is really weird.
Very
Wow.
cool.
He's like,
He gets booked as an actual DJ.
really?
Yeah.
Without you?
It's weird. Yeah, I like EDM festivals and shit.
That's hilarious.
So I
though.
had to like learn how to DJ.
DJ.
But no, not with.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could have somebody else do
It'd
it.
be so
He's just a
funny.
puppet.
It's like, we just want
Hey,
DJ Yaz.
That's called IP, growing.
Yeah, totally.
You don't really need it to be you.
No, that's what I'm kind of interested in with like kids shows
Yeah.
and bands. Like,
Yeah.
if they're not real people, I can just hire other people to go do the touring.
Yep.
You know?
That's how they do it.
Yep.
Just create a character.
Yep.
Let other people be that character.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know if you do want to talk about Jim Henson. It was one of the people you brought to us, but I feel like because you actually you were in the same space as
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
So
right.
I think it's cool, and you don't look totally dissimilar.
I know. I
Yeah,
get
you've
that.
got the beard.
Yeah. Yep. A little disheveled looking. Probably talks to
Wearing only green.
Yep.
Very Kermit move of you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And I have been listening to this audiobook about him. It's more on like his business side and how he was like just so good at like marrying his artistry side with his business side and not ever making it feel like it's
Commercial.
a commercial sellout move. Yeah.
Can the title of this song be "Sleeping with Jim Henson's Ghost"? Anyone else getting those vibes?
Wow, I mean, I'd love that. I don't know why that would be his theme song.
I don't know. You lived
I'm
in his
writing it down.
house.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's write that down.
What if Jim Henson's Properties speaks to you the most? Like, because I love.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
I
a
mean,
good
you got
question.
the Muppets, you got Dark Crystal, you got Labyrinth.
Well, I mean, I grew up watching so much of the Great Muppet Caper, which I think is my favorite one. I mean, it's got John Cleese in it.
Yep.
Just so many funny parts in that one. I think it's kind of rated as the best one too. On
The Caper.
yeah.
The Great Muppet Caper, of course.
But yeah, I mean, I guess that, and then the show, just the original '70s show. Is
The
so
Muppet
good.
Show is dope.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been rewatching that, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they get like some warnings at the beginning of some of them. Like, it's like this is maybe a little insensitive now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
A lot of
believe
those old
that.
shows.
Oh,
I
yes.
believe it.
Even his commercials, if you look at all the Jim Henson commercials from back in the day,
Yeah, they're
were
a little
very
violent.
Yeah, they're super
Oh, they're
violent.
so funny.
Like,
He did a coffee.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, the
It's
coffee one's hilarious.
Yeah, like
no old thing like that is better than just the original Puppet Show or Muppet Show pitch reel.
Yes.
Pitch
wow.
video.
Yes.
If everyone listening to this, after this, just look it up. It's very Googleable.
It's called Sex and Violence, I think.
And it is the most excitingly fun tease of what would become the Muppets that we know.
Yeah,
and
wow.
it's totally insane.
He only got into puppets because of commercials, basically.
Yeah.
It was just a way for him to make money. What I love about puppets is how stupid they look.
Yeah.
It's a great
agree.
comedy tool. The dumber looking, the better. So, like, my favorites, I love Kermit and I love Beaker
sure.
and Gonzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just take a step back and just talk just briefly about his early life so we know more about the man, even before all of this stuff, because we know that he did Fraggle Rock and Dark Crystal and Labyrinth and The Muppet Show and Sesame Street and all these things, and it's amazing. But where did he begin? Well, he was born James Maury, M-A-U-R-Y, Maury Henson,
Wow.
in 1936 in Greenville, Mississippi, younger of two children of Paul Ransom Henson. Fun middle name, Ransom. An agronomist. Oh, his dad was an agronomist for the United States Department of Agriculture, so he's an agriculture guy.
Agronomist.
Agronomist. Agriculture economist, I assume?
Yeah.
His older brother, died in a car crash
Yikes.
in 1956. So that was, when he was 20.
Yeah, they talk about that in the book and how that was probably a huge point
Yeah.
in his direction as a filmmaker.
Yeah,
Wow.
he remembers the arrival of the family's first television as the biggest event of his adolescence. So when they first got their TV, it was like a huge thing. He was heavily influenced by a radio ventriloquist
Radio ventriloquist.
named Edgar Bergen. I'm
That's
sure you know this.
awesome.
And the early television puppets of Burr Tillstrom on Kukla, Fran, and Ollie, and Bill and Cora Baird. All these things obviously make no sense if you've never heard of them, but I'm hovering my mouse over it, and there's some goofy-looking puppets. So basically, he was influenced by early puppets that were on TV. He was a Christian Scientist for a long part of his life.
Wow.
What is a Christian Scientist?
Do you know?
I have some friends that grew up Christian Science that left once they had huge injuries. So my friend Grant grew up as a Christian Scientist, and he was a snowboarder, broke both of his legs on some off trail, and they don't believe in going to the hospital.
That's right. That's right.
So he was like,
Not very sciencey. Yeah, it's me. That's probably one of the best science application is medicine. Okay, so let's jump back. He began working for a TV station while attending high school, creating puppets for a Saturday morning children's show called the Junior Morning Show. He enrolled at University of Maryland in College Park as a studio arts major. He thought he might become a commercial artist. A puppetry class offered in his applied arts department introduced him to the craft and textiles and the courses of college home economics.
What year was this?
This was in 1960s when he graduated. So this is late 50s is when he's in college. Learning about thinking. He knows he likes art, it seems, but he doesn't know where he'll be a commercial artist. And then he took a puppetry class through a home ec department.
Wow.
And then he graduated with a bachelor degree of science in home economics.
Wow.
He created Sam and Friends as a freshman, a 5-minute puppet show, and for the local TV station. And they were forerunners of the Muppets, and the show included a prototype of Kermit the Frog.
No.
Yeah.
yeah,
So when
he wasn't even a frog back then, though.
Wow.
The first time I saw Kermit, I was like, that's a frog?
Right,
But it's because he wasn't a frog in the beginning. He was just kind of this weird...
green.
And then that show kind of blew up. It was a kind of a hit. And it got him a bunch of other jobs. Ed Sullivan started having him do little puppet numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he found Frank Oz when he was 18. And
cool.
he's like,
Wow.
you have something pretty cool. And so he was really good at finding people too and getting them on his side quickly.
Yeah.
So talk about cults. He was really good as a cult leader.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think he kind of, if you're leading an art revolution,
Yeah.
it's sort of culty.
Totally.
And then, it's cool.
I feel like
it's a good cult.
Cults are cool, guys. It's the right kinds are. Yeah, like you said, he did some work on TV shows, got a lot of network talk and variety shows, including Ed Sullivan Show, Steve Allen Show, and introduced him as Jim. He was apparently once introduced as Jim Newsom and his puppets. That's just a funny little fact.
That is funny.
He did the Wilkins Coffee Company commercials,
Yeah.
which is what Alex was talking about earlier. And they mostly followed a similar formula. All of his things were two Muppets who would, one would like the product and one would hurt him.
Yep.
Seems like that's how it all works. Is including being shot with a cannon, striking the head with a hammer or a baseball bat, having a pie thrown in his face.
Yeah.
And then you can see some of these. And then they found that selling things he was, I guess, one of the pioneers of selling stuff by making people laugh instead of just showing the goodness
Yep.
of the product.
He also made
Which is
fun of
every
ads.
commercial now.
Right.
Every commercial is really about making you laugh. True.
Yeah, it's true. And he was very meta on that too. He's always making fun of the form of ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in 1963, he moved to New York City, where the newly formed Muppets Inc. resided for some time. So that's when he made, I guess he sold the rights to the puppets that he had made before for the coffee commercials away to the coffee company. And then he created the Muppets, and that was 1963. So pretty amazing. He developed it obviously with Frank Oz, and they created Bert and Ernie, Kermit and Miss Piggy. A lot of duos, which makes sense because he was doing so much duo work before, and I think that the classic structure with him and Frank Oz to be able to just do good foils.
Such a great comedy duo, those two.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna talk shit about what the Muppets and Sesame Street is now, but it just doesn't have the same soul.
No, it doesn't.
I want to ask a question, but I want to reserve the right to not have everyone here be like, "Oh, you don't know the answer to that question."
Okay.
I'm going to play my card.
Good luck.
Where did the name? I know, obviously, puppets. Obviously,
Muppets
I
come
know that. But where did the M come from?
Marionette.
No, 'cause
No?
I don't think he does that many
No, he
marionettes.
doesn't do
I
marionettes.
thought it was
very
because it was a combination of
Yes,
the
everyone-
puppet and marionette.
Shit on Alex for his response.
often. I always assumed it's because they were sort of.
Fucking idiot.
How do you not know that, Alex?
I'm sorry.
I guess I had always assumed it was because they were. It was either that they were monster puppets,
Oh yeah, that's a good guess.
because a lot of the first ones are sort of animagus monsters, like they were just sort of critters and creatures.
Yeah.
and or musical.
Musicals are good
Because
too.
they do so much music. So I always assumed it was one of those two things, or
Yeah.
perhaps all of those things. Or maybe it was just because like puppet was too obvious. and
Or
just Muppet.
maybe it's because I was right.
Was it marionette?
Yes, I've got the
No.
answer. Hold on, let me look it up. Why is it called Muppet? The term Muppet was Jim Henson's creation. He combined the words puppet and marionette to give a new name to the puppet characters of the Muppet Show.
Wow.
Wow.
They're not
dude.
marionettes though.
Okay.
They
so
have no,
impressed.
but the reason
My
they
apology.
are, it's because
they're rod puppets.
they have rods.
That's a rod puppet.
well,
It's not a marionette.
according-
Marionettes are.
Yep.
Keith, you don't want this
We
derision
know.
turned at you. You don't want it turned towards you.
Differences in puppets.
You
it's
don't
because they're a
want
cross
this.
between stick and hand puppets. That's why everything I'm seeing online.
Stick and hand puppets.
It's on
Should have
comic.
called them Stuppets.
Should call them Stuppets. So he obviously after
He would have gotten way bigger that way.
he creates Sesame Street. It's dope. It's obviously the coolest thing ever. I mean, he's just done so many cool things. I'm trying to get
Yeah.
to like what are the making the Rainbow Connection.
Yeah, I was
song.
watching. I saw a documentary about Sesame Street recently, and he wanted to show just like sort of a lower. How do I put this?
Socioeconomic.
Lower socioeconomic area, but like how kids could still have fun in those areas, and how this is just a normal life.
I mean, he's the best. He was truly the best. Like he had like such a great heart. He kind of like was. I mean, because he's pre-boomer era, and he really kind of was one of the big guys that kind of inspired the whole hippie movement.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's incredible. Like everything he's done, I think is just he's a genius.
Let's fucking write this song.
Okay, so things I've written down are just that, first of all, I wrote down Sleeping with Jim Henson, Ghost. I wrote down
Thank you.
he was a filmmaker. He got into puppets for commercials. I wrote that Kermit was cut from the cloth of his family because
nice.
that's a cute thing.
That's funny.
And it literally was made from a coat. I wrote down he pitched the Muppets to All American Networks. But what is everyone's favorite thing about Jim Henson, either that we talked about or just in life? What are the things we love about him?
His voices are great. I don't know if people know this, but he's actually a very shy person. Like he didn't really love doing stuff as him.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he would always kind of bring puppets with him when he'd go on talk shows,
Yep.
and it was like, direct all your attention here. I don't
Yeah,
want to.
No, that's interesting. I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
My favorite things are either Labyrinth, or I also love that. I think that his son directed Muppet Christmas Carol.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like the first thing that anyone had done with the Muppets after he died. Am I right about that?
I think that is right, yeah.
And there's like a couple of nice kind of like tributes in that to him.
It's a really sweet movie.
I love
Yeah.
Muppet Christmas Carol. I think it's one of the best Christmas movies of all time. Whoops.
And the first guy that did the Kermit voice after he died, I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, Steve
I can't.
Whitmire.
Kermit.
Steve Whitmire.
Steve Whitmire, and then they fired him.
Recently.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite thing
Right.
is Sesame Street.
Yeah.
It was such a great show to watch as a child. Everything about it, the pacing, the comedy, the lessons, the diversity, the music. It was just a really good public television show.
Totally.
That was unlike anything else on TV.
It's also funny for adults too.
because it knows that kids are smart.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
They're not talking down.
When you make content that acknowledges that children have thoughts and opinions and can learn very quickly, it's good. It's when you think that kids are dumb and they need to be like handheld through every single thing, it's when it's sort of boring. But like Sesame Street, like, you know, they dealt with death on the show, and they knew that they could because kids can understand it. It's a little tricky, but they can, and there are ways to like teach every lesson and like acknowledge that, like, oh, some kids don't have parents. It's like, how do you tell that to a kid? Like, well, you tell it to them through a big old bird who also like has his own emotional troubles. I just loved Sesame Street. It was like a big part of my growing ups.
A lot of people don't know this, but that actually was before the Muppets. Like,
I just read this. I know. I just literally read it on this Wikipedia article. It's like it says it was 1969 and Muppets were 1973, I think.
Wow. Such a great show, though. It's really, I mean, I think it would be hard to do a kids show like that now, just because there's so much pressure for kids shows to have like a curriculum and stuff. And Sesame Street wasn't always trying to teach you. Like sometimes it'd just be Cookie Monster doing a disco song about cookies. Yeah, you know. And I feel like that's a nice thing to have. You know, like keep it fun.
Give them a break.
You know, and there's ways of teaching too.
What type of vibe are we thinking? I feel like we have this big old kit over here. We should do something cool with drums, and we can lay some pads over it or something. Yeah.
We can do that.
I can lay it on a bed. You know, whatever.
Well,
bed.
I mean, I would say that what's great about Muppets is they do every genre.
Yep.
But they do feel classic vaudeville. They're vaudeville musicals, like, right? They're vaudeville. It's a vaudeville show.
Oh, for sure.
Vaudeville variety show. It doesn't have to be like we can play with it, but that's what I think. I think of classic musical stuff.
Totally.
Right?
Absolutely. I mean, they did everything though, like especially those like 70s and 80s. They were all over the place.
They did it all because they're brilliant. Okay, so let's
maybe with like a modern twist, because we just got these great drum pad here.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do. I mean, I can also beatbox. Like,
nice.
Wow,
he does everything.
He really does.
It's time to meet Jim Henson.
He lived his life at the end of his hand, accomplished so much as an artistic man. One half of famous duos that span the test of time. Jim Henson is one of a kind. Okay, we're halfway there.
That's great. That's great.
A fifth of the way there. Yeah, I'm trying to. I enjoy just he lived his life at the end of his hand. Mm-hmm. It's a confusing lyric.
I like that. What key is this in?
C.
And where does Labyrinth take place?
Labyrinth takes place so it starts off.
Is it a planet?
It's I think just a different universe.
Dimension?
It's not specified. It's like
somewhere else.
it starts off on planet Earth, but then
right. What was Bowie's name in that?
Jareth, Prince Jareth.
Yeah.
I'm Prince Jareth.
I'm super creepy.
Okay.
Whoa.
He's fucking creepy as shit. I watched that movie recently.
It's very odd.
And I
the whole
avoided
premise is really
I want a child.
That dance with her, it's all weird.
What is up with 80s like bad guys? They just always want children. Give me the child.
Well, 1, 2, 1.
From the city streets of USA to David Bowie's escapades, he made all of the characters that we love today. And then the chorus, Jim Henson, what a man to mention. As far as I got. That sounds so Muppety.
Yeah,
that sounds really great.
It's phenomenal.
We would just go to F for that little B section. F, C, A flat, G, 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 C, F, and C, A flat, G, 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 C.
This is so fucking cool.
Wow. That's what I reckon.
I feel like
pretty
DJ
good.
Yeah has to make an appearance in this song.
Oh, yeah.
Because
That
he's
could end the song.
He's a. I mean, I don't want to offend him, but he is a puppet.
That's true.
True. DJ, yeah! I mean, that's a great way to end the song.
That is fun.
It's not easy being green. Maybe we could do some cool vocal harmonies.
It's not easy being green.
Jim Henson's a machine.
Hermie, you the one for me. For moi.
It's not easy being green. Your man is on the machine. Na, 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 na.
Grover.
It's not easy being green. Jim Henson is a machine.
Shirty, shmirty, moody, shmee.
Yes, that's great.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
This song flies. He lived his life at the end of his hand, accomplished so much as an artistic man. One half of famous duos that span the test of time. Jim Henson's one of a kind. From the city streets of USA to David Bowie's escapades, he made all of the characters that we love today. The Skeksis and the pigs in space, monsters that perform on stage, and chickens who are married to Gonzo the Great. Jim Henson, what a man to mention. And I'm guessing that when you think of Henson, you're filled with happiness. At least that's what I reckon. He taught lessons from a giant bird with education oft absurd and coffee boys that get injured. Jim Henson does it all. He made a sexy pig who wants to fuck a frog, an unfunny comic bear, a piano-playing dog, a monster in a trash can, a band that wants to groove, man, and he made Kermit the Frog ride a bike. Ride a bike. It's not easy being green. Jim Henson is a machine.
Shirty, shmirty, me.
Take it, DJ, yeah? Jim Henson, what a man, a legend. Jim Henson is one of a kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll do it any better.
I mean,
than
I feel like that's great.
That was great.
That was a celebrity theme song. Wrote a song about celebrities. That was a celebrity theme song. We wrote a song about a celebrity. Celebrities.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, Drennon. You were a treat. It was so much fun.
Thanks for having me. This was really fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, it
such
was
a
so much
fleshed
fun.
out song that we did there
Yeah,
with all
It was
so many layers.
Muppety, too. It was perfect.
It felt like it could have been an outro to the Muppet Show itself.
Totally.
Drennon, do you want to plug anything?
I mean, just go on social, TikTok, Instagram, all that, and
You're just Drennon
promoting
Davis?
stuff.
At Drennon Davis?
Drennon Davis.
At Drennon Davis.
Love
That's
it.
an O after the two N's.
That's right.
Hell yeah. Well, follow Lewberger, follow Ida Thumbtack, Hughie Stonefish, and Keith Habs.
Yeah.
And that was
it.
a
That's
great
it.
episode.
That was so great.
Celebrity.
Yeah!